So the weather up here in North Pennsylvania is kind of unpredictable. And so it was sunny, but we needed some water in our water harvesting tanks. And so I was inside and I could hear the rain coming down through the window. And it was about lunchtime because I had been working on this bathroom all morning. And pizza time. Now here's the old sink, where the old sink was that I took out. That's the old top of the cabinet. All right, folks, so here's the dealie. This is actually framed out a little bit better than it was before. Here we go, put the torch on. I'm actually into some wood here in the wall, and I've pulled the seam super tight right here. And now, everything is framed. This didn't have any framing here, this little side piece of wood. This had a little piece that was right here and nothing the rest of the way. So I've screwed it all in and glued it. And this is into the wall. And of course, this is staked down into the ends on both sides. And it's pretty good. That we'll put the new sink in. But for now, just so I have a sink for tonight, I'm going to plumb this back in. I'll just set the sink in it because it sits in there real good. Now, I don't know what it is about this look that is super attractive to me. I love the bowl in the country bathroom. And this is a bigger sink, of course, obviously. And you can see the sink actually comes out over the framing that we've installed in there that I put in. But I feel a lot better about this cabinetry now that that's framed and it's the whole thing's screwed to the wall, and the plumbing sound and everything's good to go. So I just used the old sink slab, which this actually sat in anyway, right in the bathroom. And I just set the whole thing right over this old big cutout so it looks at least smooth and decent, for the shop. So I have the potty from the bathroom and it's hooked up too, so it's cool. Well, hey folks, it's another day here at the camp. I just had to pause the TV due to copyrights. I got it Bluetoothed over here to the monster soundbar. Anyway, as you know, we put a kitchen sink in, a nice deep 8-incher, 25 by 22, so you can put a small pet in there. And so we're going to get to the stove and to the fridge next, and then to the floor. But everything, you start at the top and come down, so that's what we're at. There's a lot of sawing, a lot of dust, a lot of stuff in here. So that's done. Now the bathroom finally is done. I'm going to have to finish this out, of course, but I got a little live edge action here going. And I had to expand the pedestal, so to speak, for the sink because the sink is bigger. And it also gives us a nicer, little higher up area to put our stuff on. Yeah, it's wrought, but beautiful. Cabinet door opens just nicely. Has a nice little space and all the plumbing with the trap down here, and just super. And I did a little live edge action going on here. I'm not sure. I'm going to take some sandpaper to this and finish this out. We're going to caulk around the sink, and I'm going to put a little strip around here, either that or paint it with a little white gloss paint and paint this too, because this is a water area. And so that's the dealie. But this came out really nice, I tell you, and it's just wrought, but again, extremely strong, This here is screwed to the wall with a 2x4 sitting on here, screwed to the wall that this deck sits under. So you can see it right there. You know what I mean? That's sitting, where's my finger? That's sitting right on this ledge and then screwed into the wall at the same time. So it's got downward support and it's got in the wall support. And of course the ledge is sitting down on that. It's sitting down on the front, and that is beautiful. It's begging for some kind of a front there. That live edge is awesome sauce, man. I'm going to caulk that in and probably paint this out like, I don't want to be bright white, but like a light color, maybe a celery green or something. Or with the hot water heater, it just makes everything cool. This shelf just fit in there perfect. Hamper and full-size potty there. This is just much nicer. Really is. I mean, it's just golden. Absolutely. Cool beans. Well, so it's time to put the tools down. You know, I've been at it for a couple days. The cat has it right. Kit Kat Beazle, a.k.a. Little Warrior. So I got Donna's Corner really cool. That's her little book light. What's really neat about this is it stays plugged in, and then I just have it so it clips. But it does one light, and then it does a brighter one. And so, you know, you can aim these out over the bed. And it's kind of a cool little night light behind Donna. And now I'm going to put a little CB radio there and run the wire out where these go through the floor. Put the antenna up on the post, about halfway up along with the windmill there. And that can all kind of operate together on that one post. It's going to be CB and a scanner, like for local fire and ambulance and police and such. You know, I just want to be in the know out here in the mountains. I like to have some form of communication other than a cell phone. I'm such a hobbyist. Like all this stuff, I grew up with all this crap. Like I just think it's the greatest in the world, you know, and you just live off of this and it runs perfectly. Like everything just is flawless in here. I can't say it enough. You know, there are hard times. I don't want to say there aren't, but I'm just sort of an upbeat person. So when I'm talking about my channel, yeah, I'm not complaining too much because I love it so much. I live here 24/7 full time, you know. I don't just visit the camp. This is my domicile. So I'm kind of proud of it. I like the way I live. It's clean and easy and, you know, you have just everything. And everything's nice, you know. So I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy guy. So with that said, peace, love, and happiness, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Please subscribe and follow us along while I frolic through this life and tinker with all these little toys here at Cricky's Off-Grid Camp. And remember, we're off-grid.